I'm Matt from Unlimited, here to review TLC 2010. Yeah, TLC 2010. Yeah. The best thing I could say about TLC 2010, the only positive, the only good thing, was that it signaled the end of 2010. Because when you look at the bad years in not only WWE, but in professional wrestling as a whole, it can't get much worse than 2010. Was just a year full of missed opportunities, a year full of awful booking, a year full of LOL Cena wins, a year full of crap from WWE, crap from TNA, crap from everyone. TLC 2010, if there was one positive I could say about it, it was the end of 2010. That's literally it. You kick off with Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston, and Jack Swagger in this triple threat ladder match for the IC Championship. This is a ladder match you could skip. Really were no standout moments. Match didn't even go 10 minutes. There's really nothing else to say about it. You get the first ever Divas Tables match. Now, again, going back to what I said in the TLC 2009 review, anytime WWE tries something new, I always give it the old college try and say, what the hell, why not? Let's do it, let's see what happens. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, who knows. This tables match with Natalya and Beth Phoenix facing Lay Cool was really, really bad. Really, really, really bad. Weren't the tables pink? It was just very, very sloppy, and it was just because the WWE could try new things doesn't always mean they have to. But I appreciate them for at least going in the right direction. Maybe we'll get more women's tables matches that, I don't know, actually work. Who knows? Maybe we'll even get a women's ladder match or a women's chairs match. So it was a step in the right direction. Unfortunately, the match happened. Then you get this tag team championship match. You have the Nexus facing Santino and Kozlov. Again, it's a match you can skip. It's a match that really nobody cares about because it involves the Nexus. Yeah, that's all. Best match of the night has to go to this ladder match to determine the number one contender for the WWE Championship. Now, I also mentioned in 2009, in the TLC 2009 review, that I looked back at the show itself, and I thought, wow, look only 7 years later, and John Morrison and Drew McIntyre are no longer with the company. But I also said that back in 2009, I could see the direction WWE was going with John Morrison and Drew McIntyre. And I also said in the 2009 review that John Morrison's best matches and best feuds were still to come. And this feud against Sheamus, which involved Sheamus winning King of the Ring, was really, really good. It was a mid-card feud that wasn't really for anything. This match just happened to be a number one contenders match. It was just two guys going at it. If there was one positive about 2010, it was this feud. And it was certainly this match. This match got plenty of time that it needed. You got a good showcase out of both guys. You didn't do any crappy forces like you did the year before with Sheamus. You had him eat the loss here. You had John Morrison get the win here. It really wasn't going to hurt Sheamus. You couldn't really hurt him anymore after everything that you did with him in 2009 and 2010. The early to mid part of 2010 at least. The King of the Ring was, again, a step in the right direction. And this match was really damn good. I kind of wish that sometimes this match could have main evented the freaking show. Because I looked at the next three matches and none of them really impressed me. Miz versus Randy Orton for the WWE title in this tables match. I guess you can say Miz went over against a big-time opponent in Randy Orton, so that's a good thing. Again, you can skip it. It's really not a match that you are going to regret not watching. This TLC World Heavyweight Championship match, you had Edge defending against Kane, Mysterio, and Del Rio. Talk about mistakes, WWE. You talk about Sheamus getting forced. Well, Alberto Del Rio was also a huge force. Because within a year, he had already won the Royal Rumble, was already in a World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania, already won Money in the Bank, and then was already a WWE champion. In a spot where he didn't deserve, or spot that he didn't deserve. You talk about forces, it doesn't get much more forceful than that. You had Edge and Kane in this stupid feud over Paul Bearer's whereabouts. This is the best you can do with the talent you have. You can argue that the World Heavyweight Championship scene was more stacked than the WWE Championship scene. And this is the best you can do. I mean, I get the logic of putting them together to have a TLC match because, Edge is in it, Kane's had good experience, Ray's a high flyer, maybe they could make something work, but this match was just This wasn't one of the best TLC matches. I wouldn't call it the worst. That honor would go to Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. But what really frustrates me about 2010 is everything that the WWE did with the Nexus, and in particular John Cena. The best thing I can say about the main event of TLC 2010 was that it signaled the end of the entire Cena versus Nexus storyline. That's all I could ask for. It was the final nail in the coffin that finally ended WWE's biggest choke, their biggest missed opportunity, not called Summer of Punk. This was the perfect and fitting way to end this feud once and for all, because WWE had already done so much damage that it was pretty much irreversible and inexcusable. You couldn't do anything to save this. And you have this finish where John Cena's burying Bray Wyatt under a big pile of chairs because he just happened to bury him on WWE programming by winning matches that he shouldn't have. See SummerSlam. John Cena versus Wade Barrett, Team Cena versus Team Nexus, whatever. Biggest missed opportunity in WWE history, not called Summer of Punk. Honestly, the Nexus, you could argue that any of those guys, had the potential to be bigger stars, especially Wade Barrett. And as soon as that feud with Cena happened, Wade Barrett's career was over. And again, like I referenced in the TLC 2009 review, politics always win, and the Breakfast Club always wins. So, the best thing I could do to sum up TLC 2010, if I had to sum it up in one word, nah.